All right, good morning. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Bully in Chief David Reimer. Somewhat surprisingly, but nevertheless, we're here. We've got a tornado warning. This is going to be for Northern Hill County until 1:15 this morning. This is going to be a tornado warning for Itasca, Carl's Corner, Milford, does not include the city of Hillsborough, does not include Grandview, Burdens, or any part of uh, Italy. This is going to be for Southwestern Ellis and Northern Hill County. So we'll go ahead and pop on all the streams here. So again, we're with you this morning for a tornado warning. It is 12:59 a.m. on the 22nd of August, 2022. Sorry, let me get this little jacket off. And again, this is going to be a tornado warning for Northern Hill and Southwestern Ellis County until 1:15 this morning. And what we're dealing with is kind of a transient organized supercell here. This storm has been around for about an hour. It's been spinning quite a bit aloft. But now we are starting to see indications of stronger low level rotation. We actually had a pretty strong velocity signature about 5 minutes ago, about 1 to 2 miles west of Itasca. This thunderstorm is moving east very slowly, only about 10 miles per hour. So, again, this isn't really moving all that much. But nevertheless, it is a storm that is now tornado warned. So, those of you in Northern Hill and Southwestern Ellis counties, my apologies for the unpleasant wake up call. But sometimes Mother Nature does what Mother Nature wants to do. And in this case, we had just a little bit of enhanced low level spin available in the atmosphere, and thus a tornado warning has been issued for Northern Hill and Southwestern Ellis County. So let me go ahead and say who's in and who's out. Okay, this tornado warning does not include any portion of Johnson County. It does include Interstate 35W between, let's just say, about 2 miles south of Grandview, all the way down to the 35W 35E split. Likewise, 35E is included in this tornado warning from roughly Milford down to Carl's Corner, that truck stop on the west side of the interstate, to just north of Hillsborough, the 35W 35E split. So we don't want folks going north on 35 past the 35W 35E split. And I wouldn't recommend going south of Grandview on 35W or south of Italy on 35E. And again, this is because of a possible tornado currently near or just southwest of Itasca coming up on Highway 81. We'll go ahead and put some additional road labels on here. And again, this is a tornado warning for Northern Hill and Southwestern Ellis County. And we will talk about the flooding in the DFW Metroplex here in a bit, but again, I want to get the latest out on this tornado warning. So strongest circulation right now is probably about a mile or two south of Itasca and is moving east at about 10 miles per hour. So let me get some more roads on here. It's probably near or just east of County Road 4127, now east of Highway 171. This is 35W. 35E. And then, of course, we have Interstate 35 in the city of Hillsborough, not included in this tornado warning to the south. So, this possible tornado, again, coming up on Highway 81, very near County Roads 4242 and 4255 in Northern Hill County. Those of you in the town of Itasca, you need to go ahead and move to your safe place. I know it's a bit usual. We have a tornado warning at 1 a.m. in late August, but that's what happens. No need to freak out, no need to panic. Just go to your safe place. If you're in a site-built home, that's going to be the lowest floor, center room, away from windows, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. If you're in a mobile home, we'd recommend you get out of the mobile home and go to a site-built structure. But in this case, you don't want to be in a mobile home. We don't want folks driving either, but frankly, I'd rather be in a vehicle than in a mobile home if hit by a tornado. So just do what you need to do to protect the lives of you and your family. I don't think this is a long-lived, violent tornado, but this could definitely produce a brief, probably weak tornado. But I say that A tornado is a tornado, and if a tornado comes down your street, it's going to be a big deal. Even if it's a weak tornado, it still can do damage, cause roof damage. It can throw travel trailers and mobile homes halfway to Waxahachie. So again, reason we're here is a tornado warning until 1:15 this morning. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Baldy and Chief David Reimer. Coming up on 1 a.m. now on the 22nd of August, Monday morning, a tornado warning. Somewhat surprisingly, but Mama Nature does what Mama Nature wants to do, and sometimes Mama Nature is not going to cooperate. And in this case, Mama Nature is, well, frankly, Mother Nature's being a troll, is what Mother Nature's doing. So, again, you can see on reflectivity, it's such a classic supercell storm structure, but we definitely do have a hook echo showing up here on the how hard it's raining mode, the reflectivity mode. Let me go ahead, I'll draw on this for you. It's going to be right there, coming up on Highway 81, just southwest of Itasca. Switch over to the which way the wind's blowing mode. Yeah, you can see that rotation there. This is the weather radar telling us how strong the winds are moving and which direction they're moving. Winds in the red, moving to the east. Winds in the green, or colors in the green, whatever, moving to the west, and that's where you have a bit of rotation showing up right here. And again, the rotation was definitely stronger about 10 minutes ago, but we're definitely going to be keeping an eye on it with a tornado warning in effect until 1:15 this morning for places like Itasca, Carl's Corner, Milford in southwestern Ellis County. This does not include any portion of Johnson County. Does not include Waxahachie, Maypearl, Bardwell, Ennis. It's for far southwestern Ellis County. And for Hill County, this does not include places like Lake Whitney, the state park, Whitney, Qualla, Abbott, Hillsboro. This is for far northern Hill County. Places like Itasca, doesn't include Covington, does include Carl's Corner. So let's go back to the how hard it's raining mode. And again, we've got flash flood warnings. We had about 7 inches of rainfall in Tarrant County over a few hours earlier this evening. Kind of having a break right now, but we might see some more heavy rain developing over the next few hours. Still have heavy rain falling in Johnson County. We've got a flash flood warning through 3 a.m. And we also know the flash flood warning just been issued for the same locations, relatively, as the tornado warning here in northern Hill County. I do continue to expect heavy rain, the potential for flooding to be our main issue this morning. But with these thunderstorms, again, apparently at least a non-zero threat for a quick tornado here in northern Hill County. And that's why we have a tornado warning. We note, looking at the radar here in northern Dallas County, very heavy rain, a lot of cloud to ground lightning from near Coppell down through Irving, downtown Dallas, up through University Park, Addison, Richardson, up through Garland, Mesquite, and Bulk Springs. Well, to go ahead and switch data to a product we actually have not used in a very long time here on our live streams. And in fact, I don't even have it directly programmed to a key set, so I have to do this manually for now, but we'll get that to work. And I just want to see how much rain we've had fall over the last hour here in northern Dallas County. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just switching data. I'm going to switch over to the 1 hour precipitation totals. And eventually that'll load if it's kind, and if it doesn't, well, I'll just whine and complain, and we'll go back to dealing with the tornado warning, which is what we'll probably have to do. Actually, you know what? Here, let me try this. This might actually work a little better. So this will be rainfall data over the last 1 hour from radar estimates. And you can see, again, this is just how much the radar thinks has fallen over the last hour. You can see we're approaching 2 inches in Dallas County, especially north of I-30, all the way up into northern Dallas County, 635, approaching 3-inch an hour rainfall over the last hour. Again, this is the radar's estimates on how much rain has fallen since 12:02 a.m., with it now being 1:02 Monday morning. So that's why we have a flash flood warning in effect. You can see 2 inches across portions of eastern Johnson County. And then here in Tarrant County, we've definitely seen a reduction in rainfall intensity since 10 p.m. But again, additional thunderstorms are certainly possible over the next several hours. back to the reason we're here. That's going to be a tornado warning for Northern Hill and Southwestern Ellis counties in North Texas until 1:15 this morning. We'll get the weather radar to be kind and load data. There you go. This is the latest scan. And this is for a circulation near Itasca. Now, I'll say this, circulation definitely looks a little less intense than it did about 15 minutes ago. I'll try and load some data here for you, and we'll be able to talk about exactly why the tornado warning was issued. Load this data real quick. This was the radar back at 12:44, and then you can see how strong the rotation became at about 12:47. And this is about the time we had the tornado warning issued. And again, there may have been a brief tornado about 2-3 miles west of Itasca at about 12:45 before this tornado warning was issued. That was a pretty strong area of rotation. Then you can see tornado warning issued a couple minutes later. Rotation starts to weaken. We're still seeing some spin with this thunderstorm. This is a supercell thunderstorm that is exhibiting some transient signs of organization, meaning times it's organized, at times it's not, but it's really not moving. And again, I'll go ahead and load the radar data over the last half hour. You can see this thing's not moving. It's stationary, back building. You want to take a term from Twister. But you can see, again, we might have a new circulation starting to develop there just southwest of Itasca. You can see that in terms of how that old hook echo pretty much disappeared. Now we're starting to get a little more of a signature. Now, this is not your classic super duper, I'm going to be dropping tornadoes all night situation. Frankly, we didn't think we'd be dealing with tornadoes. And I mean, this is anomalous for sure in multiple ways. But, you know, Mama Nature's going to do what Mama Nature does. It doesn't matter if it's the day after Christmas, if it's New Year's Eve, or, you know, May. We're going to be here and cover the tornado warning. So that's why we're here, even though this one's a bit of a surprise, and there will be no disputing that. So again, winds are going to in the red, moving away, winds in the red, moving away from the radar down in Spinks in South Fort Worth. Winds in the green, moving towards the radar up in Spinks. Right there, a area of rotation. Now, this is not strong, super strong, like, holy cow, we've got a tornado down now, sound the sirens, yippee-yi-yay. No, we don't have signs of a tornado being down right now. And this is the debris tracker. We'd be looking for a very concise blue donut here. And we don't see that. I'd be talking about a tornado debris signature. It'd be a big blue area in the midst of a sea of red and orange. And that's just the radar's ability to be able to tell debris apart from heavy rain in this case. I won't go into the nerdy details. Nobody wants that at 1 in the morning. But again, we're not seeing indications of a tornado debris signature. We're not seeing indications of a very strong gate-to-gate circulation, which would be bright red against the bright green. We're not seeing any indications on radar or from any emergency responders or spotters in the area right now that we have a tornado down. Nevertheless, we do have a tornado warning in effect through 1:15 this morning, about another 9 minutes for, Northern Hill and far southwestern Ellis County. Now, I will admit, at present speed and pace, with this thing hardly moving, this thing is a good 10 miles west of the Ellis County line. This is definitely a Northern Hill County problem right now. This is your fault.
I'm sorry.
You should be sorry. Credit given, he actually did look at some data a few hours ago that suggested this might happen around now. So that's Tornado Intercept Stephen Jones.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Yeah, it's a good forecast on his part. So we did have a couple indications a few hours ago from weather model data. Something might happen, and guess what? Mother Nature's being a troll. So again, here's the latest scan from the Fort Worth Weather Radar. It's clear cut of an organization in terms of the how hard it's raining mode, but let's go ahead and see what the wind mode is. And again, there's more to Doppler radar than just the how hard it's raining mode. In addition to the, hey, let's go back to the 70s mode that this program occasionally will do. So this is the how hard it's raining mode, the mode you're used to seeing on the TV. You know, it's the brighter it gets, scarier, hail, whatever. Well, Doppler radar, the Doppler part is the radar's ability to actually determine the wind speed and wind direction within the thunderstorm. And so, winds in the red, these are winds. Oh, here, I'll just zoom out. Looking from the radar up in Spain, South Fort Worth, Burleson. We've got winds moving, say, southeast, maybe east. In red, colors in the green, that's winds moving, say, northwest. So, this area, I'll go ahead and clear that out. Right down, right down there, we have a broad area of rotation. Much stronger about 20 minutes ago. Definitely far less organized at the moment, but this thing could spin back up. Still in a relatively small region of favorable ingredients for the potential for a brief tornado. Stephen?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm pretty sure we're going to be looking over some comments when this is done. Anyway, hopefully, this storm will continue on the downward trend of organization in terms of the spinny, spinny, doom, doom department, and we'll be able to get rid of this tornado warning here in about 6 minutes or less. The tornado warning expires at 1:15 this morning. Now, what's not expiring or ending anytime soon is the threat for flash flooding. You'll note we have very heavy rain across Dallas County, especially northern and eastern Dallas County. Radar over the last 30 minutes, you can see very heavy rainfall. We've got tropical moisture in place. In fact, the weather balloon from last night measured the 10th highest moisture reading ever recorded in the DFW Metroplex by a weather balloon. It's called PWAP, precipitable water. It's just a way of measuring how much water is available in the atmosphere for a thunderstorm to squeeze out. And I believe the reading was 2.34 inches. But again, I'm not going to get all nerdy and explain all that, but it just means these things are able to put down 3 to 5 inches of rain an hour in the heaviest storms. And notice how this is just sitting over northern Dallas County. When we had a similar situation at Fort Worth at about 9 to 10 p.m., we had 7 inches of rain in about 2 to 3 hours. Same thing might happen here in Dallas County. So I fully expect and anticipate we will have a flash flood warning for a good chunk of Dallas County, especially across northern half of the county and the eastern half of the county. So if you want to say in a cute little line, let's just go from DFW Airport down to Oak Cliff, southwest of downtown, all the way down I-45 to Wilmer and Ferris. So looks like circulation down there, Itasca, maybe trying to pick back up just a wee bit, and we're going to keep an eye on it. But again, if you can avoid driving across Dallas County over the next several hours, I'd recommend it, because in all likelihood, and I can actually say this is happening based on the multiple reports of water rescues underway from Dallas Fire Rescue, we're going to have flooding quickly develop. So again, I fully expect we're going to have a weather or a flash flood warning issued for Dallas County here soon, and I really encourage folks not to drive if you can help it. Places like Wilmer, Hutchins, Bulk Springs, Mesquite, University Park, downtown Dallas, all the way up to DFW Airport, southeast to Seagoville. And look, it's been a drought. It's been drier than a popcorn fart for most of the summer. We all know this. But guess what? It doesn't matter when you have rain falling at 3, 4, even 5 inches an hour. Sure, the ground's going to absorb some of that, but the ground's also harder than a rock right now. So that actually might help more water run off. Either way, water's falling faster than the ground, the streams and creeks can absorb, and plus the urban environment with all the pavement and concrete, all that water's going to run off. We're going to have a lot of flooded roadways, and that's already well underway in portions of Dallas. Dallas Fire Rescue working water rescues right now. North G.M. Miller and Forney in East Dallas. 1900 Market Street. That's in downtown Dallas. We've got a water rescue reported at I-35 and Victory Avenue. Again, that's near the American Airlines Center, just northwest of downtown, towards uptown. And again, this heavy thunderstorm's just sitting here. I'll switch back over to a product that shows the rainfall estimates over the last hour. And again, I have to do this one manually because I haven't programmed it in yet. Because whoop-de-doo, I'm David. All the in chiefisms. So let me turn that off. Let me switch over to the product that shows estimated rains over the last hour. Radar is now estimating. Make sure I click the right button. Radar is estimating about even 2-3 inches in the last hour in places like Irving, University Park, Mesquite, Wilmer. And frankly, I think the radar's underdoing it here with the tropical moisture. I wouldn't be shocked if we've had close to 3 inches based on how heavy this rain is. So again, right now, let's go back to the radar. Tarrant County, you've got a break. Can't rule out more heavy rain over the next few hours. But the reason we're here is, at least for another 90 seconds, a tornado warning for Northern Hill and Southwestern Ellis counties. Now, let me be honest. This is not impacting Ellis County right now. This storm is sitting itself still. Thank you, Robert. And the how hard the wind's blowing mode, this is the storm relative velocity, the which way and how hard the winds are blowing mode. This really doesn't look as organized right now as it did 30 minutes ago. I think there's a good chance we had a brief tornado about 2 miles west of Itasca around 12:45 this morning. And if there's any damage reports, we haven't heard any yet, but again, it's the middle of the night. It's pouring rain. There's now flash flood warnings there. If there was a tornado, we'll probably find out the next day or two by a storm survey. But again, may have had a brief tornado maybe 2 miles west of Itasca, and now we'll see if this tornado warning is extended further. I don't think it's going to be, but it might. And again, we're starting to see a little bit of an appendage showing back up on radar. I don't expect there to be numerous tornadoes this morning. I don't expect this to be a big, widespread issue, but I certainly can't rule out another brief tornado or another small tornado warning or two over the next few hours. As you can see, this thunderstorm, and the tornado warning's expired, by the way, but we'll keep an eye on it. As you can see, this is still a strong thunderstorm. A lot of cloud to ground lightning, some rotation aloft, certainly weaker than earlier. And again, right now, if there's the tornado warning's gone for Hill and Ellis County. It expired at 1:15. The Weather Service has elected not to reissue it. The Weather Service in Nashville, Tennessee. And there's a story behind that, but essentially the Fort Worth Weather Service office has had a major data outage. I don't know what happened, but the Weather Service in Nashville, Tennessee, is currently issuing warnings for North Texas. So, and they've got the same data the Weather Service in Fort Worth does, and there's still forecasters in Fort Worth keeping an eye on things, but this is why backups are in place. So I do think we're going to have a flash flood warning here soon for Dallas County, and I think we are going to have a multitude of problems with flooded roadways. And of course, White Rock Creek is probably going to do White Rock Creek things, jump 20 feet, or however much it's going to jump. It's not necessarily 20 feet, but it's going to rise really fast as very heavy rainfall continues to pound portions of northern and eastern Dallas County. Flash flood warning continues for Tarrant County and Johnson County through 3 a.m. A flash flood warning continues through 4 a.m. for Northern Hill County, including places like Itasca, Covington, Carl's Corner. Flash flood warning for Grandview, Cleburne, Joshua, Mansfield, Crowley, Kennedale, Arlington, Grand Prairie, Fort Worth, Jerryville, Lake Worth, North Richland Hills, Euless, southwest side of DFW International Airport. And for all intent and purposes, we're going to have a flash flood warning here real soon, probably for Dallas County. So, again, be very mindful when you're out and about driving this morning that there's going to be high water on roadways. Turn around, don't drown. But you know what? The turn around, don't drown. A lot of people understand it. A lot of people get it. But here's a different way to think about it. Turn around, don't drown. Don't flood out and total your vehicle. See, that puts it in perspective. Driving in floodwaters is a good way to ruin your vehicle. Vehicles don't like being submerged in water. I know it's revolutionary, but that's just how it works. So, again, the threat for localized flooding and additional heavy rain will continue through the morning hours. We're going to see more heavy rain develop across northwest Texas, Texoma, and northeast Texas over the next several hours as we see some additional upper level lift arrive. So The rain's going to get heavier in spots. We're going to see more of it, and we're definitely going to see more flash flood warnings. So, with no tornado warnings now in effect, we'll go ahead and get rid of our continuing severe weather coverage. You can keep an eye on the sky with the Texas Storm Chasers interactive weather radar on our website, texasstormchasers.com/radar, and in the Texas Storm Chasers free mobile app. We'll be here. We'll be continuing to post weather updates. And of course, if we have any additional tornado warnings or we start going into the what the heck is going on mode with crazy flooding, we'll be back with continuous live severe weather coverage. So thank you for joining us this morning on Texas Storm Chasers and our partners at DFW Scanner. You'll have a good morning. Stay safe if you're out and about driving. High water will continue for several hours even after rain quits falling at any given location.